Chlorophyll. What is it? We're going to find out. Anyways, the old coot here coming back at you with another exciting video. This is from PuriVibe, right? By All About Juicing. Chlorophyll Shots, natural detoxification. That's what it's made for. Right off the bat, got to tell you, and the company, great marketing and packaging. It lets you know what it is and what it's for. Pretty simple. A lot of times you get these supplements, you don't even know what they do until you have to dive deep into like the back of the labels and the packaging or whatever. Anyways, speaking of marketing, this was on top of here, right? What I do is I peeled it off, cut it off. And it's good to know that it is soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, zero added sugar, and it's female-founded, which is pretty awesome. So what you get in there is you get 15 of these little packet things, right? Pretty simple. And the back kind of explains what's going on. By the way, apple, lemon flavor, pretty simple, easy to see what it is. Love that marketing, gotta tell you. Okay, so here's a little spiel about the company. I guess the girl that founded it. So hi, juice lover, you can kind of read what's there, take a screenshot, whatever. But basically, it saves you from the hassle of having to break out the juice machine, break out all these different vegetables, have to cut them, pre-cut them before you put them in the juicer or whatever. Everything is just in one little packet is basically what they're trying to tell you. So here it says pour, shake, or stir, and then sip. And then it basically says let it sit for about a minute to infuse. So I'm actually going to do that, and then we'll get into the rest of the label. So I've already basically torn one open. Pretty simple. You just tear it from the corner. There's a little piece that came off from the corner. But basically, you tear it off from the corner. I've got some water here. This is about, I don't know, maybe 10 ounces of water or so. So I'm going to pour it in. This is the first time doing this, so let's see what happens. I want to see how easily it blends up and mixes up and all that good stuff. So there's that pretty much. And then I'm going to go ahead with the spoon and just kind of gently stir it. Pretty smooth if you ask me. Like, this is actually blending pretty well, you know, for being a stir thing. If you're bold and you want to go ahead and put it into like your smoothie, you can do that too if you want to do one of these things, or a shaker bottle. I guess that's basically what they're telling you in the instructions on the label. But anyways, I'm going to let this sit here for a second just so it can infuse like it says it's going to do. Let's make sure we get all the little bits in there. There we go. I love the green color, by the way. This deep Lincoln green, forest green, right? Nice little green color. Lets me know that there's some actual stuff in there versus like a bright neon color that's kind of artificial. This to me is more natural, what it should look like, especially for being chlorophyll. So anyways, here's the individual packets, right? Here's what they look like. You can kind of see what's on there, what the labeling says, and all that good stuff. Upside down, but there we go. But anyways, you kind of get a sense of what's going on there. For best results, right? For best results, add 1 stick to 2 fluid ounces of water. So they're saying it should be like a shot more than an actual drink. I just kind of did it this way to see what it would look like, what it would, you know, how it would basically mix up. So that's basically the point of why I did the 10 ounces of water. But anyway, store in a cool, dry place until this unit is not for individual packaging, whatever, distributing. There's their company based out of Texas, which is kind of cool. Okay, so they're on Texas Avenue in Georgetown, Texas. So there you go. So anyways, let's look at the rest of this. So here's your nutritional facts. I love the fact that there is no added sugar, which is pretty awesome. This sweetener, if we get down here, is organic Luhanghua fruit extract. I guess that's the sweetener. And you know what's beautiful too? They're actually telling you that it's the sweetener. How cool is that? Like I said, great marketing, great packaging, great labeling. They're letting you, clear as day, full transparency, letting you know what everything does and what it is. I guess the guargum seed extract, I think, is more of like a stabilizer, but also like a thickener to kind of feel like you're not just drinking water, right? They're letting you know that it's kind of like you're drinking something of substance in there. Anyways, there's your organic apple fruit powder. Again, like a little bit of a sweetener. I guess it's doing something else in there. Citric acid, natural flavors, crystallized lemon. So they're letting you know what the natural flavors are. A lot of times when you see natural flavors on a package, it just says natural flavors and you never know what it is. But here they're telling you that it's basically crystallized lemon. So that's cool. Made in the USA with globally sourced ingredients. I get it. Basically everything is assembled here in America is what they're trying to tell you. Nice expiration day, by the way. So you've got, give or take from, I would say from the making of this package to now to the future when this thing expires, I would say you probably have about 2.5 years, like 2 years minimum, maybe 2.5 years before this product expires. So that's pretty cool. And then there you go. Serving size is 1 stick. Serving per container is 15. So basically they're telling you that there's 15 of those little packets in there. So anyways, let me go ahead and just give this a little bit of a taste. Spin this around. And like I said, I'm using 2 ounces of water would have been down here. I'm basically using about 4 times the amount of water, or 5 times the amount of water that I should have used. But I just wanted to see for clarity how this thing mixed up. And it actually does mix up pretty well, I gotta say, just for stirring it with a spoon a few times. So now that it's infused, I'm actually gonna taste it and try it. Let's see what happens. Not bad. Lemon right off the bat. Definitely get that. I guess there is a little bit of apple in the background. I can kind of taste that, but the primary flavor that hits me right off the bat is definitely the lemon. It has a good flavor. The sweetener is pretty good too as well. I would say that much. What I do like is that it doesn't have that like weird earthy, earthy taste to it that other chlorophyll shots tend to have. So this is actually flavored in a good way. Overall, I would say sure, go for it. If you're looking for a chlorophyll shot, if you're looking for something for natural detoxification, I think this might be a good product to try. And you'll have to try it yourself to see what you think. I think this is something I would probably say is Old Coot product review approved. So there you go. So anyways, with that being said, I will put links down below in the description, also in the comment section. I'm the Old Coot. Make sure to check out the links for this product. Test it out yourself. Try it out. Overall, I think it's a great product. How it works, what it does, how it affects the body, I'll have to do a future review in the future to kind of keep everybody updated. But for clear marketing, clear packaging, letting you know exactly what everything does, for a company that is female founded, right? 0 added sugar, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free, I would definitely say this is a product that you should check out. Anyways, with that being said, as mentioned before, links are down below in the description, also in the comment section. I'm the Old Coot, and I'll catch you all on the next exciting video review.